Hi, my name is Jonathan Reeder, and I am the Data Systems Manager here at the Michigan Alzheimer's Disease Center at the University of Michigan, Michigan Medicine. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how we and the National Alzheimer's Coordinating Center, or NAC, securely collect your sensitive data and make sure that other researchers can access data for analysis, but that it doesn't have your personal information tied to it. So you might be wondering, after coming in to participate in our UMAP or our Memory and Aging Project study, where does your data go every year? Well, there's two main places that it goes. First, it goes into REDCap, which is our local database for analysis amongst our local researchers. And second, it goes to NAC for sharing among other centers. And nearly 40,000 participants have their data pulled together up at NAC. And so how exactly are we sharing your data with NAC and the research industry more broadly? Well, there's a couple of different ways that happen in the process. First, like I mentioned, we have REDCap, which is a secure platform for storing your data. Then we upload it to NAC's website, which requires a username and password given to us by NAC. Your data are coded when they get sent up to NAC, which means that none of your personally identifiable information, like your name or your address or things like that, are shared with anyone else. That data is all kept separately at our center from the map data that you completed, the surveys and the cognitive tests and things like that. And so what happens after the data are up at NAC is that researchers will specifically request certain fields or certain pieces of information from NAC in order to publish in scientific journals, conduct interviews with news agencies about their findings. Some researchers also write to their personal blogs or even make social media posts about their new findings. And so what does that mean for your data? Well, because they're only getting your coded data, none of your information is stored with your responses. So anyone who sees those responses doesn't know that it's you. And when researchers go to publish, generally they're aggregating or they're combining a whole bunch of people's research responses. And so they're presenting the aggregate or the total information. So that's a lot of what we do with your data and what researchers more broadly can do with your data. And so how exactly do we protect your data? Well, when you come in to complete your memory and aging day here, paper forms that get completed are securely locked away until they're scanned up to a folder in the Michigan Medicine server. And that scanning happens from a machine that is on Michigan Medicine's internet and only connects to the Michigan Medicine secure cloud-based server. Right now, we're using Dropbox as a file storage system. And Dropbox is HIPAA compliant or Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act compliant, meaning that Michigan Medicine has okayed us to store any sensitive data in there. Those data are protected because only members of our team have access to that data. And is mandatory training for all staff on protecting your sensitive data. And then once we have all of those scanned copies, the data gets entered into REDCap by a trained team here in the data core at the MADC. And then that REDCap data, which is a secure database, will get sent up to NAC for use by other researchers like we had talked about. So you might be wondering where you might be able to find more information about how your data are securely protected. This was a very brief overview, and there are a lot of different systems that a lot of centers might use. that have been approved by their institutions for securely protecting your data. One place you might go is to hhs.gov or the Health and Human Services website to look up HIPAA. You can also Google or your favorite internet search provider, University of Michigan Sensitive Data Storage. I hope this was informative and I hope it put to rest any concerns you might have about what happens to your data and how we take steps to securely to ensure that it's secure. Thank you so much for your time. Again, I'm Jonathan Reeder, the Michigan Alzheimer's Disease Center Data Systems Manager. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to find me on our website and reach out. Thank you and have a wonderful day.